Today on the Mike O'Mara Show.
And Oscar got it fresh yesterday, where I was just, I was.
Did you remember who Oscar was?
He gave me the primer of
New phone, who dis?
You and Rob better get comfortable because I may not be here for long because I'll be blowing spit bubbles.
Because really,
Well, he can do a segment once a week, can't he? Can't you do a segment?
from the state that lingered longer on porn, Wisconsin, 11 minutes and 3 seconds. I don't know why that's funny, but it is that Wisconsin
Seems like a
lingers the
short amount.
longest.
Hey, where's your animate porn?
Everyone that I grew up with that had a snake, their snakes always got out.
I am hoping that when I do my fact finding, and I'll give you an update,
Right.
that there are perhaps technologies in place, that will
An
prevent
electric
this
fence?
from happening.
The problem is the collar keeps slipping off.
Electric fence.
All that and more. The Mike O'Mara Show starts now. Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Robb Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
All right, I before we get started here, welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show.
Good morning.
Great cities.
Good morning.
Salinas, California, Silver Spring, Maryland, Winthrop, Washington, Seville, Spain, Gilbert, Arizona, and Chianti, Italy, which is a fun one. So was the interpretation yesterday when I was talking about the speed of, getting ready to start the show, somehow it was interpreted. Do you think it was just that I didn't like the sound of Pony's voice saying, and we're recording?
I thought that had to be part of it.
No. Absolutely nothing to do.
No.
And now I realize when we started the show, you made a big point to say to him, point at me when we're ready to start. No, that's not the case at all. I just wanted more speed. I love to hear Pony. How did he start it prior to this, Rob?
He would say,
How would he start the show?
and you're live.
We're live.
He would say we're live.
Yeah.
But
That's fine. I
didn't
like that
We
just
didn't
to-
like the gap of time it took from.
That's what it was,
"All right,
but it
hold on,
wasn't.
guys."
It wasn't. Yeah.
And it was like SpaceX will launch a space shuttle faster than the countdown for us to be live.
Right.
Yes.
I'm fine with the. We're live. That works for me.
This is the thing. He's so cautious about it. He never wants to get it within a window of 10 seconds.
Right.
And all we need is a window of 10 seconds. That's it.
That's it. So
Right.
the
Okay.
pointing is you missed the point.
All right.
The
Well,
pointing
I
is
apologize.
unnecessary. I like to.
But
Kind of
you
makes
do
me
you
feel
do want to hear his
comfortable.
voice?
I
You do
I love
wanna-
his beautiful voice.
I just
Melissa,
double checked
yay.
another package, and we have the correct address on another package. So I'm hoping that that's correct.
Yeah, because
All right, well,
return
yeah,
address.
if
I
you
had
have
a
an
million-
old
I had a
return
million.
address on your fruitcakes,
Yes.
but we're not going to go into the weeds
No,
with that
no,
right
no,
now. All right, welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. We're delighted to have you here. It is winding down to our annual break. We are going to break after the show. Tuesday will be our last live show, our last real show of the year.
Tuesday morning.
However, I have a very, very, very exciting special announcement for all of you, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, it is the most wonderful time of the year, and we have a very special bonus show cocktail party.
What?
Christmas jingle jangle cocktail party extravaganza.
The Mike O'Mara Show Jingle Ball?
Jingle Ball starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday night. Somebody wanted 8 o'clock, but we're going to do it at 7 o'clock.
All right.
I'm good
If
with
that's
that.
okay.
Fine with me.
7 p.m. on Tuesday evening. And by the way, this is going to be an open-ended program. I'm not sure. It's probably going to be an hour, but if it spills
Yes.
a little bit,
Oh, don't spill,
it'll
Mike.
spill a little bit, you know?
Yes.
We're
May
going
I-
to see where we go. Yes,
May I
go
make
ahead.
some requests?
Request away. Yes.
I feel like we should be festive. Please throw on anything holiday themed.
Yes. Dress holiday.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, it's very clear, right?
Right.
No excuses. We've got enough time. It's next Tuesday. 2,
We're not working Wednesday.
we're not working Wednesday. And
We can be as festive as
Mike,
we
a
want.
special request.
Yes.
No pre-gaming on your end. Not a drop of alcohol. Not one.
Not even a 19th hole beer?
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. I need you fresh.
May I
I
ask?
need you clean. I need you ready
May
to rock.
I ask why? Why you was I ill behaved on one of the pre-gaming shows
What-
that I had?
There was a pattern emerging. When you pre-gamed, you would come in here like,
Fussy?
not fussy, annoyed. Annoyed.
I do recall that.
Yes.
Yes, there was
very
one particular-
annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, put upon.
Have you ever considered the fact, and by the way, so remember that time,
Yes.
date and time, next
7
Tuesday,
p.m.
Yes.
7 p.m. cocktail party, and
Time for Wheel.
West Coasters. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it.
Jeopardy.
Please join us. Oh, and it's a bonus show, but it's free.
Or
We're
the-
opening
or
it
the
up
night
to
of
everybody.
music. One or
Our
the
gift
other.
to
It is our gift to you. We're very, very excited to do this. It's going to be a lot of fun. And my question to you is,
Yes.
have you considered the fact that if I don't pregame for that particular show, that I might even be more annoyed?
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that risk.
Yeah, because put upon somewhat tipsy Mike is asshole Mike. So
No, I wouldn't say that.
so we
Wow.
would rather launch with
Wow.
put upon.
It's harsh.
Also,
That's harsh.
I think what he's missing is that.
Well, you got to remember, sometimes I toddy up a little bit, to deal with her.
I
it's,
understand that. We're just saying it's a small request. You can deny it.
but Mike, also,
You're
I
the
Is
chairman
Carrie
of the
on
board.
board? Is the star? Is
I'm
Starina?
I'm
Is
notifying-
Starina going to be joining us?
I'm notifying her of the time change right now. Mike, I think what Oscar has misstated is
Hold
that.
on.
Ed.
Yes.
Let's stop right now, because you have not answered my question. You're notifying her of the time change?
Yeah, I told her because she works. Usually, she works until into the evening, and so I'm telling her that Robert is going to
What?
cover.
I thought she worked at school.
Yeah, but she babysits too, so she's notified.
Oh.
Robert is going to cover her shift, and she'll be there. We just need to let her know.
She'll be there at 7. Okay. I mean, do you need me to go later or 7:30 or something like that?
I'll let you know. I think 7 should be
Don't
fine.
let me know. Let me know now. For God's sake, I'm trying to say I'm
trying to
promoting a
sell
show.
this.
7 p.m.
Cheap.
Tuesday night.
Yes,
We'll do it.
7 p.m.
Jesus
As I
Christ.
said,
Yeah.
as I said. And what
All right.
Oscar misstated is that there is a certain joy that comes with the anticipation of the first drink of the night, and we
All right.
want to capture
Yeah.
that joy.
All right.
See, let me handle
All
it
right.
next
Well,
time.
no, when he's all sweaty and upset at the world, we don't want that.
But we don't need to bring that
Oh,
up.
God.
What do you
Got it,
mean
got it, got it.
all sweaty? What does that
You had
mean?
some sweaty pre-games. You would come in we could tell right away. They were like, "Oh, here we go. We got a fussy baby in front of us. We got to
But
get
that
through
also,
this."
no, but also
Jeez.
that goes back to when we were doing a cocktail party every week.
Every week, yeah.
Every week. When we did that.
By the
for a
way,
while.
I've gotten a message from people that we're not doing the craft recipes. The craft recipes are burned out.
Yes.
but they like their little man that says, hey, but you'll be sorry. That guy. How
you know
come
what?
you stopped doing that?
Because you know what? It only works when I can truly surprise you. And there hasn't been an
that's
opportunity
no
to surprise.
fun. That's no fun at all.
And frankly, I think he's burned too.
Really?
No,
Well,
I don't think he's.
we
Oh,
can only
no.
have one thing burned
The
at once.
countdown is great. I don't know why you hate
How many
it.
days are there till Christmas?
Right now, there are 9 days until Christmas.
Yeah, people should
You'll
know.
be sorry.
Yeah, people should know.
All right. Well,
You don't need. Why do you need to? Why is it important to you to have to put it on at a time that surprises everybody? You can
Yeah.
just put it on.
That's
you know?
the bit.
I-
Have you
I-
been on the show for 10 years?
Yeah, but you
Is
could-
that really the bit?
It is.
You could lay it in as an Easter egg at the end or something.
I
fun
could
like
do that. I could. But you know what? You'll
Any
get
day you could come in here and say, "You have got to hear this."
You're Captain.
Or-
You're Captain Joy. How dare you?
Yeah, and he's not joyful because his
He's
kids
not.
are out of the house.
It gives.
It's
zero
Rob. By the way,
Fs.
if you're worried about the show having less Christmas feel to it, it's the man with the giant dome.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the
My
guy.
fault.
He
My
loves-
fault.
It is
that
your
Christmas
fault.
is bad.
It's 100%
You
your
ruined
fault.
ruined Christmas.
This is
You're
your.
ruining
You
Christmas.
are ruining. Yeah, I'm saving it. I'm saving it. I am saving Christmas. Whose
You
idea
are.
was it to make sure we do a Christmas holiday free bonus show, cocktail party, jingle jangle
My idea.
extravaganza?
My idea. My idea.
Well, Oscar's idea.
Yes,
That's just
yes,
what I said.
Yeah, there he is, Mr. Christmas.
Yes.
But with you, I
Please,
read
Nappy
a
Dad.
Dirk Vastrick is someone who I believe is one of the better listeners for,
the
and
greatest.
I should not say no. Let me finish before you suck up. God, Damn it. Dirk Vastrick is one of the better listeners, and I shouldn't say this because he's got an inflated ego to start with, but he's one of the better listeners for constructive criticism.
Yes.
And I value his opinion. There are several listeners that I value their opinion. Tripp is another one. I like what they have to say occasionally. Sometimes I disagree. If I disagree, I don't pay attention to it. But if I agree, and Dirk was saying that the show was lacking a little of the Christmassy feel as we wind down. We only got a couple of shows left. So, I mean, that's, that we might as well give it to him. That's what I was suggesting. But it's because of him.
Well, because Robb's also, it's probably tough as an empty nester. It's his first Christmas like this to even think twice about Christmas, because if it's just you and your wife and she's making you put up the tree after a 16-hour day, it's tough to get into it, right?
Tough to get into it.
Yeah.
There are books written about it. There are movies written about it.
Yeah.
About the way it feels. So this is where, with Halloween, where you didn't even know if you were going to sit out in front of your house. Your kids were your identity.
Yeah.
I did sit out in front of my house, and then I realized how depressing it was, and I went back inside when I was sitting by myself
Because
in a driveway. Yes, yeah.
Because it's tough to project on other children what you have with your children. I've got to imagine how I'm going to feel. Well, I'm not going to worry about feeling it. We'll get to that in a second because I won't know what's going on. But we'll deal with that in just a second here because I've got to purge that. But no, your Christmas joy is. I get the vibe that you're the one that always brought the Gary Crimble and blah blah blah, and you put all this stuff on there. I didn't do any of that. That was you. So for all the people that are saying there's not enough Christmas in the show, there's one person who brings Christmas to this show.
Right.
We call him Father Chris. We've joked about it in the past that it's Robb Spiewak.
So sweet.
What happened this year? What happened to Christmas this year, Robb?
Mike, I don't know if you could take. Do you take the newspaper? It's
Yes.
not. There's a pandemic, and it's sort of a big deal.
Yeah.
And
But we're coming out of it, really.
no, are we though? Are we?
Hold on.
Yes.
Omicron, more contagious, right?
Yes.
Right. Amazingly more contagious.
Yes.
But minimal chances of getting hospitalized if you are boosted and vaccinated. You know what I think about in my world about that? I think, okay, I'm real cool with that. I got no problem with that.
Okay, you can be cool with it, but you know what? We've almost beaten this thing 3 times, and it keeps coming back, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating with my fellow man.
It's got to be a. It's especially in a city, Mike, where there's just
You know what's not
jammed
frustrating? Liquid IV strawberry.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good.
Strawberry? You like the strawberry?
Hello, I am
Is it as good as the lemon lime? Because I've been on the lemon lime train.
You know what? I'm just trying it right now for the first time. Strawberry. I'm normally a
Are your
lemon lime man, but
headphones
I'm liking it.
Because you're yelling. I'm just curious.
Maybe I'm excited about Christmas.
What is the deal? Give us the true. How are you feeling?
I feel.
It's all Christmas. Would you? All right,
friends.
before
You're
we go,
amongst friends.
I'm gonna be fair here.
All right.
Do you not think that when it comes to the Christmas holiday, the driver of the Christmas energy of the show forever, we have been together, we will have 30 years, you and I together in April, that is your thing.
I agree, but you know what?
Okay.
I'm not feeling it this year.
What about You'll Be Sorry?
It feels like a chore this year.
Oh, man.
And the fruitcakes felt like a chore this
Yeah,
year because all of your references to fruitcakes were, we got them done. The time limit was here, but da-da-da. It was not
the one thing is that we were at all times at least 3 weeks behind where I wanted to
Fresh.
be. And here's my deal is that I know it's a tremendous responsibility. People count on them and they want them. And if we're not able to get them out in a timely fashion and
Well, you did.
fantastic,
Takes personal accountability.
So would it? I mean, people are posting pictures of
they love it.
I
receiving.
got amazing reviews
They're-
on the batch
yes.
this year. They say they're
Yes.
fantastic, and I love
Right.
that.
Farm to fruit.
But it is the problem is that you know what there was a little more pressure this year because of the time window.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
couldn't miss
Well,
out.
that's over now.
Time, the supply chain. I blame Charlie.
Bernie?
No, Stu Ann Stabalak.
It's Charlie Stuan Stabalak.
Yeah,
Mike, you remember Charlie Stuan
Yeah,
Stabalak?
Stu Ann. That's
Did you have a
that's
late
Charlie-
night last night,
No,
Oscar?
no, that's Charlie's cousin. Charlie's cousin.
Stuan
So-
Stabalak.
We got really just a few shows left.
Right.
Can you inject a little of your stuff? I don't like the recipes. I just thought they burned out.
Yeah,
I
the
really
recipes,
do.
But how many days till Christmas? That's a staple.
Is it?
Here we go.
9 days left for Christmas shopping. 9 days left to fill the stocking. 9 days left for
Here he
Christmas
comes.
shopping.
Here he comes.
Loaded with martinis and
James
cigarettes.
It's getting late. It's getting late. You better hurry and finish your Christmas shopping. Only 9 days left.
As long as Mike doesn't sound like that when he starts the show on Tuesday, we're good.
Also, you
all right,
have to
well.
admit, Mike, over the past year or so, you have not greeted him with the most joy.
Yeah, you're very hostile.
Well, that's part of the shtick, too, isn't it?
Well, no, the shtick is to surprise you. That's the real shtick. But
What? Now
Have
you're
you
getting into
changed
it.
out your jukebox?
You need to be on a psychiatrist's
I'm not going to do it
couch.
this year.
What? Oh,
What's he doing?
he's depressed.
I
Our friend
know
Robb
he's
is depressed.
Right.
He's bummed out at something. He will not change his jukebox out this year. He won't do it. He just.
I'm not going to do the Christmas. It's a hassle. And we're, as you heard, Mike, we're 9 days out. What, I'm going to put the Christmas records in for 9
These
days?
are-
and take
these
them
are
back?
the red-
Christmas. I put Christmas lights up yesterday.
These are the red.
I did too. I hate Christmas lights.
These are the red flags of an after school special. He's not doing what he loves.
Is there anything you want to
How
share
can
with
we
us?
help?
Yeah,
Well, we can get to it Tuesday night, maybe.
this is not a good Christmas season. It's not.
Wow.
Tell me something good that's happened this Christmas so far.
I'm
Your
doing
batch came out great.
I'm planning on something that I'm going to do that I'm going to tell you and our listeners, and hopefully my wife won't even hear it because I'm going to surprise
A surprise
the whole
for her?
family. No, it's a surprise for Michael.
Oh,
And
cool,
I'm taking care of it today. I'll have an update. I'll let you know. I'm probably going to say this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, but I'm planning on grabbing him what he really, really wants. And Carla's a little freaked about it, but it's going to be fun because he wants. I've said
is it
this
the thing
before,
we discussed yesterday?
he wants a snake.
Yes. Now, that's cool. That's
Snake.
And
very
I'm going
cool.
to, there's a reptile store in North Fort Myers that I'm going to try to arrange like a last second pickup so I can maybe put it out in the aquarium and set everything up in the garage where Carla doesn't even know, and then bring it in Christmas morning and nobody's going to know.
Mike, I
Michael's
called the
thinking.
pet store and I asked them, I said, I'm going to need 10 snakes.
Okay, stop it. I look
That's
forward
fun.
to
That's
doing it.
awesome.
So
That's
well,
very
I mean,
cool.
and also
Oh,
we went to a Christmas show last night. I'll tell you about that. It was fun. I was all in. And then Michael said I'm tired at intermission. And by the way, dinner theater.
Well, I mean, it's dinner.
Don't do
It's not the
intermission.
Boston Pops.
All right, but you know what? Look, so we'll peel back.
I want him
the
to be
outer
happier.
cookie.
Like there's so much you should be.
Is he happy
for.
around Podville? Is
Yes,
he happy around
yes,
Podville?
but you're missing your holiday glaze.
I mean, we pick on Robb too much. My New Year's resolution for
I
2022
disagree.
is to not pick on Robb as much. That is
pick
my
on
resolution.
each other.
No,
We pick on each other, but I'm on Robb more than anybody else
I
because
don't
Robb
like
makes
that.
me mad.
I don't like that resolution
Why?
because it makes you not picking on me a task, and I don't want to be a task. I want to just, I want to be better so that there's no need for you to pick.
Great. We've had we saved the podcast this year.
We did save the podcast.
Yeah.
We did not go under.
Yes.
Right.
And that is a big
It's a
deal. That is a
blessing.
big deal.
Yeah.
A
but
blessing. Now that
Now-
your wife's taking many a trip with other men, get that. That's grating.
Oh, you want to take that again?
And then she got
He talks like Charlie Stuan Stabalak.
she got a facelift
Yes.
to look younger. I don't know what's happened since then. Maybe we can talk to her
We haven't
about
had
that
any
on
updates.
Tuesday. And the zero update.
never talks about his wife.
Well, actually, I was looking at her last night. Since the fact that she's hideously disfigured.
Pony,
She
how
looks
is the
beautiful.
connection going up to Washington? Are we all right today?
It just dropped for a split second, but I think we're pretty solid.
Jesus Christ!
You look great to
all
us.
the work we did. All right. Anyway,
You sound great.
let me get right to my moment. All right. As everybody knows, I've got priorities. I would say that my family is job one, and then my show is job two, and then my hobby is I am a very active hobbyist in my golf game. I like to play as often as I can. I try to get out at least 3 days a week and play, and I love it. And being in Florida, it's a perfect place
It's
to
the
be.
reason you live there. It is.
It's the reason I love being down here. I thought I'd be out on the water. I thought I'd be going to the beach. No, I don't do it. I play a lot of golf. That's what I do. So yesterday, I head out, and it was mid-afternoon, 1 o'clock, and I take care of some errands around the house, and then I'm off to play golf. And I have to be a full confession here. I have never tried, and I vowed that I would never say on the air, and I would never say to my listeners that I am pretending to be younger than I am. I pretend to be what you hear is what it really is. Mm-hmm. I think I am a forward-thinking 62-year-old. I do not think that I am an early old man, not by any stretch of the imagination.
Okay.
But I will tell you that when you hit the big 6-0, when you're in that zone, you start to think about Father Time more than any time in your life.
Yes.
I didn't, 50, I was like, oh my God, I'm old now. 40, I was the same way. But I will tell you, at the big 6-0, it's kind of like it's a milestone. I would imagine the next one, if I'm fortunate enough to make it, will be even bigger. And then after that, then it's just like, start whittling your casket. That's the way I look at that. But I will tell you.
Are you going to make your own casket?
I'm planning on it.
I think that's beautiful.
When I hit 70, if I'm healthy and I'm 80, I will whittle it.
I think it should be
one
like
piece of wood, like Owen Wilson.
Exactly.
In Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents.
Yeah, I whittled it out of my own piece of wood.
A little something for a guy named JC.
I'd have to say Jesus Christ. But anyway, so getting back to it. So you think about it. And there are a couple of things I think about more than any other. When I think about memory, and I think about that lately. That's almost like thinking about eyesight. When you turn 40, because that's when my reading glasses era started.
I really wish you had just said, Mike, I think about memory.
Right.
And I think about memory.
Yes. See, that's where the 30 years comes in right there. So that's it. That's funny. I'm going to say this, and you might think it's not a big deal. To me, it was.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what happens. Yesterday, I am out on the golf course, and it's towards the end of the round. And I'm playing with some very pleasant guys.
Good.
It's just look, you can play, if you're an avid golfer, you can play with anybody. It doesn't matter whether the person's nice person, not nice person. You can play with anybody. But if you happen to be playing with guys that are fun and competitive and stuff, it was a nice little mix of guys, and I was very, very, it was very enjoyable, even though we weren't playing all that well. Everybody was really competitive, and it was fun. So we get to I don't know what point it was in the round that I'm thinking about the evening, because I got to take my son and my wife to this little dinner theater Christmas show last night, and the only tickets we could get were for last night.
Right.
So I looked in. And I have this little compartment in the golf cart. I look and I check my phone or at least I thought I checked my phone to see what time it was. And I was like, we're chugging along. Everything's fine. No problem at all. And so we play a few more holes. And at one point, I think something popped out of the cart. Like somebody's hat might have fallen out or something fell out of the cart. We went back and we got it. And I'm playing and I'm concentrating and everything's going. And then towards the end of the round, maybe 3 holes to go, I decide I'm going to check my phone again, and I look in the little compartment, and it's gone.
Oh, no.
And I said to myself, OS, of all the things.
Here we go again.
It's wallet and phone. Here we go again. I got a thingy in my wallet now that I can control from my phone that'll go meep, meep. And I've got, of course, find my phone on my computer.
Sure.
But my computer is here and I'm down there. You didn't bring your
laptop to the golf course.
So I say to my playing partner, did you see my phone? I've got I got me a yellow case.
Yeah, easy to spot.
So it's super bright, so it's easy to find. And I'm sitting there and talking to him, and he's like, I don't know, And by the way, old men, when it comes to finding anything, don't count on any.
Don't bring your problems.
No empathy.
The golf ball is if you got a guy that follows your golf ball, it's a miracle. It's lucky.
Right on.
But anything lost, get a group of old men. It's like nobody's thinking. They're thinking about whether it's going to be mashed or fries. That's it.
That's it.
At that particular time of day, and the sun's getting
potatoes,
and the sun's getting low in the sky boil, and so I'm looking over, and the round is over, and all I can think, I'm not even thinking about golf. I'm thinking about get this phone and retrace your steps, because it's every possibility it has popped out, and because it's relatively recent, I kind of remember every part of the course that I was on to a degree. Because so anyway,
check all the sand traps.
I go out and I look and I go through literally every hole that I've played, and I'm going back. And meanwhile, I'm coming across people who are wrapping up, and I'm saying, "Have you seen a phone with like a yellow case?" Like, no, because it's.
Did anyone ask if you needed help finding your way home?
No, it was fine.
When you're wandering backwards on a golf course.
Can we help you, bud?
I then go into the clubhouse where the bets are being settled, and everybody's like, that's what it sounds like in a group of elderly men who are playing golf like me here, with an occasional and I go in, and they all look up, and I say, has anybody seen an iPhone with a yellow case on it? And like 400 heads pop up like lemurs, it's just like,
exactly. Prairie dogs.
And look at me like I'm in and out of there. I know immediately nobody's found it, because if somebody found it, I got it. It would have been fine. But it's embarrassing to do that because for a variety of reasons, which I've explained.
Well, you look irresponsible.
I'm just not
there
the
he
new
goes
guy.
again.
And I'm still very much the new guy, so it doesn't matter.
Hopefully you can make it home.
I've retraced my steps. It's getting to be 5:00. The sun is going down, and it's back to my car, and I drive back to my car, and I hop in, and I'm ready for.
How many minutes do you think you spent?
This is a half an hour. This is a half an hour that I've been looking, hunting down, asking 3, 4, 5 people, driving. Into groups that are teeing off at the late day.
It's bad enough when you lose your phone in your house, which I've done, and you have it on silence. But when you find it could be anywhere on the course.
Public.
Oh, the worst.
Jeez.
And so I'm very depressed, and I'm thinking about all the things I'm going to have to do with college. I drive back, park my little golf cart at my friend's house, who has enough money to live there when I can't.
Right.
And I go into my car, get into my car, and there's my phone on the magnet. It's not a question of forgetting. I have manufactured a scenario in my brain where I was checking that phone, where I was looking at it, that is obviously from another time zone. The space-time continuum.
Is it possible that you had your partner were you sharing a cart?
He contributed by saying, I thought I saw you with it.
Now, I was going to say, were you sharing a cart with a partner?
Yes.
Could you have looked at his phone thinking it was?
That sounded oddly sexual.
Yes, and it was intended to.
Never go alone.
What are you sharing a cart with a partner?
Never.
But did you? Is it possible?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Gross. Is it possible you looked at his phone thinking it was yours?
No, because this, my friend,
mellow yellow,
is you just don't.
Yeah,
that's the reason this color was selected online and overpaid for, like so many things that are grossly overcharged.
Mike, it has an apple on it, though, so that's good.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So I
went with a spec.
Right after my joy of finding where you're not going to have to go through the hassle.
Right.
I see missed call from Oscar, and so Oscar got this immediately after I had found my phone.
Okay.
And Oscar's calling me with some fruitcake information.
Yes. Right.
And some business stuff we were discussing. And Oscar got it fresh yesterday, where I was just, I was.
Did you remember who Oscar was?
He gave me the primer of
new phone. Who dis?
You and Rob better get comfortable, because I may not be here for long, because I'll be blowing spit bubbles.
Because really,
well, he can do a segment once a week, can't he? Can't you do a segment?
No, I mean it would just be. You mean like Willard?
Yeah, exactly.
Or I should say, welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show from great cities like Salinas, California, Silver Spring, Maryland. I'm Mike O'Mara, and we are heard in great cities like Salinas, California, and Silver Spring, Maryland. And I told Oscar, what did I tell you? I said, please make sure I'm counting on you, because he wouldn't say anything. But you would tell me if
the time has come.
Happens.
Yes.
And by the way, if you're listening to me right now, the date is December 16th, 2021, and you're listening today. So, I remember that show when Mike was joking about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, you heard it here. If it happens to be something that's
I think
fast.
June 1st and that's right in the middle of birthday season. June 1st, 2022 is when we will reduce you to one pre-taped segment a week.
Mike has.
You think it's going to be that accelerated?
Well, no, because we want to preserve you. We don't. We're going to be proactive.
You have
about it.
two things going for you. You have a young son,
right,
who keeps you moving. You have a young wife who keeps you moving.
Yes,
and they both aren't going to let you punt at life. What ends
I'm
up
not going to punt.
Yeah.
I'm going to try. I'm just talking about. I'm going to
You're
now.
a fighter,
I think,
Mike.
I'm going to be going down to the elderly drugstore that we have near my kid's school, and I'm going to grind up, like in that movie Dope Sick,
Yes.
Yeah.
with Michael Keaton. I'm going to grind up
With
the Prevagen.
a mortar
I'm
and
gonna
pestle?
Yeah, and I'm going to snort it.
Yeah.
The Prevagen?
Yeah, I'm going to take
strong.
Prevagen. I'm going to go. Oh, yeah, I remember when I was 3 years old. It was a fantastic time. That's the way it went, everybody. It was incredible. This was not forgetting something. This was completely, and they say, I've read about it, this was completely pulling an Anthony Hopkins in The Father.
Mike,
You know, remember when he talks to the person who's not there? Come on. I was talking to my phone that wasn't there. I'm going to sneeze.
the Prevagen is a good idea, but
Look
you
at
may
the
want
light.
you may want to make a note so you don't forget to take it.
That's funny.
Bless.
That's very funny. By the
God
way,
bless.
you're going to be so much quicker than me.
Yeah.
And what?
Because your arteries everywhere in your
and
body are probably
alcoholism is
already
like
going.
at the next level.
Oh, I'll never get to forgetfulness. I'll be dead. I'll die.
Do you?
No, I don't think so. I think your body is going to hang on because the lack of any appreciable damage done by any stress whatsoever to your joints. Or by literal, I mean, as far as physical movement, you're a man who has spent his entire. This is astonishing to me.
I can't tell if are you flattering or insulting me? I can't tell.
saying you have
You
a
have
chance.
spent your entire lifetime. There has not been one stress on any muscle.
See, that's a lie. Because remember,
Any
twice
joint?
I lost weight. Remember, there was
You
two,
lost weight, but you know.
but that was involved with a lot of
2 times in 50 years.
treadmills and
Not terrible.
Well, but he said never. I'm just saying that it happened. I'm just
if you were to analyze
Yeah.
the amount of months out of your 50 years that you
Mike, two, I would say 1 full year, so 2%.
Yeah, 2%.
2%.
I'm part of the
you
proud
exercise
2%.
exercise for a full year.
Yeah, well, 2 6-month hunks at least. Yeah.
Okay, all right. But as far, that's saying something. You did that. That's good. That's
And who
that's
knows?
good,
It
but-
could happen again.
Also,
but no contact sports and no knee damage from really running away. You were on an elliptical, right?
Right. Or treadmill the first time was the heavy end of the
Yeah,
treadmill.
that works the joints a little bit.
Yeah.
All right,
and there's always
congratulations.
a third time, right?
Yeah, the third time is the charm.
That's it. Absolutely. And I'm the same way. I mean, I ride the bike every month. It's
you-
terrible. I should be on that thing every day.
Do you feel, and this is not, I don't want to give you an out, but those magnetic holders in your car, I have forgotten.
I forget my phone I leave it on that magnetic holder all the time. It's much easier when it just used to loll around in the cup holders. That's when I could find
I'm
it. But
so
I just
ADD.
leave it there. It's so convenient.
I'm
you know?
so ADD that 4 times a day I check for my wallet, my keys, and my phone. And I always have, and especially when I'm leaving a car or something like that. It's just part of my routine. Because
I love the magnet I got is so perfectly placed and it's so convenient for me, to have room, but I do forget it on a regular
sad thing,
basis.
though-
You know what? That actually makes me feel better, Oscar.
It's happened to
That
me.
actually makes me
It's
feel
happened to
better.
me in the city where I like here. This
Yes.
is the day my window's smashed out, and Shannon's like, "Why are you walking out in the at 1 a.m. into the car to the car
city?"
Yes.
when it's freezing outside?" I said, I probably don't have a driver's side window anymore. I left my phone sitting on the magnet.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Well, maybe that makes me feel a little bit. But the whole scenario of actually, in my mind, opening this, and I got a little hatch where I keep stuff, where the keys,
Your pot.
wallet, and my weed,
Your 8-ball.
right there. That's what I remember.
the sad thing
And
is that since he
I
put that
created
magnet in his car, all of his cassettes have been erased.
That's right. I love my 8-tracks. My 8-tracks in my golf cart
Where's
are
my
gone,
Boston?
gone,
my
gone,
Boston
gone.
cassette?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say something really funny now, but after that I forgot what it was.
How would
It's true. Happens more and more during the show.
How would we erase an 8-track when we were younger? Because I used to have carts. I don't remember how.
Yeah, it was a big magnet. There was either like a block magnet that you would turn on.
Yeah.
But
and you'd sweep it across the top of it.
I remember, yes.
But then if you were fancy, they also had a conveyor belt one. Where you could
didn't do it to an 8-track. 8-tracks were forever.
Yeah, you did it on carts or reels.
You could have erased an 8-track by doing that, but you don't do that because an 8-track was something where you would have, like I had when I had my Fifth Dimension 8-track that was in my player.
I saw the Fifth Dimension on TV this very week, and I said, you know what? I like the fat guy in the Fifth Dimension.
I will give you 3 8-tracks that I actually remember I had. That's working the old brain right there. I had the Fifth Dimension.
Would you like to
I had the original
in
my beautiful balloon. My beautiful balloon. Dun, 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 dun. And then I had the original Boston album. That was on 8-track.
I only guessed. That's a great album, though. One of my favorites.
And then the third one I had was Foghat. Fool for the City.
Oh, cool.
Those are classic. I never bought an 8-track to play. I never played an 8-track. I have a few Elvis ones that I collect for Elvis, but I never. That's the one music format that eludes me is the 8-track.
I know we're running late. I know, but it is the holidays. I have to find.
Yeah, it's the holidays.
It's the holidays, Oscar. Did you ever have an 8-track?
No.
Did you buy cassettes of albums?
No, we would.
And by the way, Carrie got the DVD of Foo Fighters that you,
that's
and she loved it.
There was a llama in our village that would spit, and it would sound a little bit like rock and roll.
You have to spit in rhythm?
Yes.
I bought the occasional cassette for an album, but I hated the format of cassettes. I never stopped buying LPs.
Or was it an alpaca? I think it was a llama.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
Hey, Mike, if you're going to do a DJ thing here, please use the DJ name Alpaca.
Hey, it's the Alpaca Show. How you doing, everybody? Boy, how many slow rides do we have here? I'm just going into my deep cuts for a slow ride right now.
You mean you have on your soundboard?
Oh, here it is. This is the one I remember. This is the one I like.
Oh, yeah.
Fool for the City. Perfect.
That's it.
Love it.
All right. My brain's better
music.
now. Thank you. Yeah, wonderful music.
Well, the fact I don't know the Fifth Dimension, but Boston and Foghat.
Oh, you would know that, Mike. Let me just give him a little Fifth Dimension because
Fifth Dimension was my middle of the road adult contemporary soft rock.
I'm guessing your parents,
not hard rock.
Your parents might have bought you the Fifth Dimension. Here, honey, they're on the charts. You'll love these.
It's the fifth. No, I got it myself. I like the Fifth Dimension. Okay. It was a bright colored. Are we going to get it?
Yeah,
anytime this decade.
You want to settle down there, pal?
Was it a super group or just a group?
Hey, everybody.
Vocal group.
How you doing? This is Alpaca with you.
Would you like to ride in my beautiful balloon? Would you like
This is garbage.
No. How about this? This is a good karaoke record.
Hey, Bill, I love you still. Send this out to my dear departed father, Alpaca Show. I know every song on here by heart.
Are you going to Surrey on down, Al?
Yeah, Surrey on top. Surrey on down to... that's a sucky one. Play another one. That's
that was
one
a
of the
number
worst.
one hit.
It sucked. I hate it. It was not a number one.
I believe it was.
No, it wasn't. No. Last night, I didn't get to sleep at all. I'm Oscar Santana. I have a terrible problem with insomnia. Alpaca Show.
And Mike, we have now exhausted my collection of the Fifth Dimension.
That's good. Now we can get out of here and take a break. We will be back. Hey, guess what?
What's
it's
that?
Oscar's Take today.
Take.
Oscar's Take on the Mike O'Mara Show coming back. Did I mention it's Oscar's Take on the Mike O'Mara Show coming back? Take. I was doing the memory thing. We'll be back with more fun and more thrills. You're listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. I'm Mike O'Mara, and I'm a conflicted and memory-challenged man.
Romeo and Juliet, Antony and Cleopatra, Bogey and Bacall. Add to that list another one of the world's greatest love stories, Mike and Carla O'Mara. Their love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Their love is like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. And nowhere is that love story more on display than the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Yes, fall in love with love again and again with a Mike O'Mara bonus show subscription. Lovingly tap the banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com and order the TMOS bonus show today. You'll love it, just like Carla loves Mike.
Doing dishes angry, Carla. How are you? Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. The Department of Labor has reported that inflation is accelerating at its fastest pace since 1982. That signals a possible rate hike by the Fed. What does this mean for you? Well, with the holiday season upon us and rates still at historic lows, you can use the equity in your home to cover your holiday expenses, pay off credit cards, or take cash out for any reason, all before this imminent rate hike. You need to call my good friend Mark Livingstone and his team at Cornerstone First Financial today. Cornerstone First is a direct lender with their own money, so they'll guarantee to meet or beat any competitor. Even if you're working with another company, you can use them as a sounding board to make sure you're getting the best deal for you and your family. Whether a purchase or a refinance, the team at Cornerstone First is ready to help. Just in time for the holidays, call the only mortgage company I recommend, Cornerstone First Financial, serving the listeners of the Mike O'Mara podcast for over 6 years now. 202-625-1221. That's 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com. And Merry Christmas from Cornerstone First Financial. And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Oscar's Take.
Oscar's Take.
A review and comment on the news of the day is only our Bolivian Blowyetter can do it. The views expressed by Oscar Santana do not in any way reflect the views of the Mike O'Mara Show, its listeners, or the right-thinking people of the United States of America. And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Oscar's Take.
Oscar's Take. And Mike, point of order.
Yes.
My apologies. Stone Soul Picnic only made it to number 3, number 2 on the R&B charts.
Yeah.
But still a big hit. Still
Not a
big
fan,
hit.
though. Of the whole album, that was not the one I liked the most. I love Bill. Bill, I love you.
You know
still.
what?
My dad's
If
name.
we ever karaoke again, let's sing that.
Fun.
Don't you
Maybe
think?
Tuesday night. All right, Oscar's Take.
Oscar's Take.
Diddly-diddly-diddly.
Oh, you want that? Okay, here we go.
Gentlemen.
Sorry. Here we go. The Stinger.
Oscar, Ben Affleck suggested his marriage to Jennifer Garner made him drink.
Mike, it's pronounced Ben Affleck.
And if they hadn't split, he might still be drinking. But the internet is pointing out that he was an alcoholic before they met, and she helped him get sober years after they split. I read this just the other day. I felt a little weird about that quote from Ben Affleck. I think he was on Stern when he said it.
Whew. If you recall, I've always said this, that there's a magic and mysticism, almost like black magic that Latinas give off, Latin women. That's the way I feel as a Latin man. I actually won't date Latin women because it's just too powerful. I think that his time with Jennifer Lopez, remember Jennifer Gardner. Gardner had him in
Stuan Stavelak.
had him in a wonderful, wonderful stew of like, wow, I'm a celebrity, but the one thing celebrities can't do is they can't cope with not getting something they want. And for that relationship to implode the way it did, so fast and so quick, and then for him to start dating another actress and then get married and start a family, I think there was unresolved issues within himself and Jennifer Lopez that now we have seen to come full circle. And that's what drove him.
Okay, so you think, and that's why he's kind of throwing shade at Jennifer Garner now because of the, when it's not justified, really, if he was an alcoholic
it's all
before.
him.
It's all him. He's a mallet head, I think. I really do. I've always thought that.
But if you're in love, if you're married to someone, you're still in love with your ex. You know what that recipe stands for.
It's terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe, Mike, he's in love with love.
He's in love with love. You're listening to Oscar's Take, ladies and gentlemen. Oscar, Snooki seems like the kind of person who'd stand up to anybody, and you'd think she's seen her share of drama over the years on the Jersey Shore, but believe it or not, we'll probably never see her on one of those Real Housewives shows.
Snooki Pelosi?
Snooki Polizzi.
Polizzi. Okay.
Please, Stu-Ann Stavelak.
She doesn't think she could handle Real Housewives. I don't think they have to worry about her being on one anyway. Anyway, she says, quote, I'm like terrified because some of those girls, they get into it. Even though I'm on a reality show, I hate drama. I like positivity and I like having a good time and going home and just feel like it would be wild. She adds, I don't think I can hang. I don't really go out. I like to stay home. I like to be in my bed at night by 8. That's Snooki, Oscar.
Snooki.
I don't. If you're ever on TMZ, there's a little pop-up that splits up the stories that says remember them or remember him, remember her.
I've seen this.
I respect the people that show up there because the majority of them have left show business because they were showbiz kids.
Right.
And some of them, they've run into the law. The situation, all the Jersey Shore, the entire cast, they all have a choice at this point in their life to move into another world or to continue down this path. And this is a clear cry for a PR stunt to get onto some sort of housewives show.
Are you saying
that's
she's
all it is?
DTF?
Yeah, she's down to film.
Right, exactly.
Down to film?
Yes.
Is that DTF?
No,
that's not what they used on the show.
That's the way I'm using it here out of respect to the team here.
Yes.
All right, I get it.
But
All right.
she's down to film, and nobody wants her.
Yeah,
we're good.
She's basically fishing.
Yes,
Is what she's
yes.
doing.
Is Mike the Situation Sorrentino out of jail yet?
He's out of jail.
That's good.
He's been out of jail for a while. He's
Yeah.
real happy when he got out. He went out for a big Italian meal.
You got to lay low.
Shocking.
You got.
I don't know why I know that, but I do. Lay low. You're listening to Oscar's Take. Oscar, this one's for you and your mamo. 2,000 Americans voted to see who the best gift givers are, and one person got way more votes than anyone else.
Mother.
Moms give the best. That sounds like a test. Mothers give the best gifts in general. It seems that moms were voted number one with 18% of the vote, followed by your significant other with 12%, sisters with 10%, brothers with 8%, and dads with 7%. John Tesh, you know what I just realized? Sounds like Twitch. John,
He could do that. Oh my God.
He could do that.
Yes.
John,
Yes.
he sounds like fun facts with Twitch Riddell. The rest of the top 10, grandmothers, daughters, friends, grandfathers, and a tie between aunts, uncles, and sons. So who gives the worst gifts? Nephews, family, friends, and roommates.
Who's
all
getting
tied for
presents
last
from
place.
your nephy?
Exactly. It's ridiculous. You know,
That would be
that
sweet.
does it. Yeah.
That would be nice.
I don't think I ever gave my aunt or uncles any kind of gift whatsoever, except my presents.
My mom.
Presents with a C.
At this point, she used to be the best. She's the worst. The worst. The worst gift giver
She
ever.
used to be the best, though.
She used to be the best.
She
She used to be
All right.
the worst. This is the bit we're doing this year. She sends me links to Macy's because she thinks Macy's still Macy's from back in the day.
Yeah.
And she said, "Would you order this?"
Hello, Mr. Shellhammer.
And it's not you. And then she'll call me. She'll be like, "Would you order this for Shannon?" And then my dad's in the back. He's like, "Yes, me too, for Sharon. For Sharon."
Oh, so you're like the present pimp.
I'm buying
Yeah.
the presents from my parents to my wife.
Do you have to forge their name
and
on
I'm
the card?
paying for them. I'm paying. I'm not going to ask my parents for money back on their gifts.
Yeah.
I'm literally paying for their presents. Wow. Worst gift givers
Macy's.
ever.
I just like Macy's.
Yeah.
Macy's. You're listening to Oscar's Take, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a take.
A man was arrested Tuesday after breaking a drive-through window and assaulting an employee at a McDonald's, according to Seattle police. Seattle, wow. Shortly after midnight on December 7th, a suspect parked his vehicle at the McDonald's location in Seattle Center and approached the drive-through window. He demanded food from the employee working at the window, but she told him he needed to go to the other side of the building and place his order through the speaker. The suspect refused to follow directions and reportedly made faces and threats at the employee in an attempt to intimidate her.
Faces.
The store's manager stepped in and tried to reason with him. When she was unsuccessful, she closed the drive-through window. The suspect then grabbed a crowbar from his vehicle and threw it towards the store, shattering the drive-through window and striking an employee in the back of her head at the Mickey D's in Seattle. Oscar Santana.
Guys, this is part of the human condition. I know, economists are worried about inflation. I'm worried about this nonsense.
Yeah.
There were days when criminals used to, they knew where the cameras were. They knew that these shenanigans only went down in behind the bushes where there was no camera angles. Now, a drive-through being attacked, a place where should bring you joy, calories. Carbohydrates.
Yes.
That's a happy place. If that place is being sullied, what is going on with our human condition?
Oh, my God, you're right. Society falling apart.
Yes.
You're listening to Oscar's Take, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, Oscar, Pornhub just released its annual year in review that looks at the world's porn viewing habits. Here are the highlights. The top searches in the U.S. this year were hentai, which is anime porn. Hi, Pony.
He
Hi
is
there.
in the other room. He is laughing and cackling. I hear him.
Hentai, please. Get
It's
it
hentai.
right.
Oh, hentai. Sorry
Yes,
about
pervert.
that.
Have some
perv.
respect.
Get it right.
Lesbian, MILF, ebony, Asian, Latina, and threesome. The state that lingered longer on porn, Wisconsin. 11 minutes and 3 seconds. I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is that Wisconsin
like a short
lingers the
amount.
longest.
Hey, where's your anime porn?
You have any hentai?
Don't
hentai.
eat all the cheese curds.
How do you spell ebony? Not getting any pings on this search day.
Colorado was in last place at 8 minutes and 51 seconds.
Sure.
The average porn viewer in the U.S. was 37 years old. Only 17% were 55 and older. Well, that's
Yes.
enough. On the flip side, 27% were 55 and older in South Korea.
Oh, how about that? Isn't
That's
that
great.
something?
I'm so glad
Can
they
John
gave us
Tesh read
this.
that last sentence?
On the flip side, 27% of porn viewers were 55 and older in South Korea. I didn't think when I'm getting this out, I was just getting this for you. I didn't think the whole thing would
I'm very
be
familiar.
damn funny. They also put out a map of the U.S. and listed the terms that each state searched the most for relative to other states.
Oh.
For example, in California, it's Asian.
Nice.
In Alaska, it's morning sex. And in Texas, it's thick Latina.
Oh, nice.
That's very nice.
good.
They have a
In
sickness,
Ohio?
a sickness for the thickness.
In Ohio, it's cougar. In Arkansas, it's divorced.
Oh.
In Utah, it's Mormon, naturally.
Yeah.
And in Virginia, Robb
Yeah.
Spiewak,
Yes.
it's dirty talk.
Really?
In Louisiana... In Louisiana, it's simply naked women.
I want to see a naked woman.
It's so simple.
Naked women. In Iowa, it's Harley Quinn.
Wow. Mike, I just checked. The second most searched term in Virginia is Yunkin. Shocking.
In Nevada, it's twerking. In Massachusetts, it's hot wife. And in Hawaii, it's amateur wife.
Amateur
There they
wife.
are.
Not a
I'm
professional.
sorry that was funnier than I thought.
No,
but,
this is great. This is great. So, pro
right.
tip:
South
my friend
Korea?
my friend Schmantana, he said, "Look, sometimes, especially if you've seen all the hits, if you've watched what you feel like is the entire internet, there is a way to filter out." Most recent videos, he said. And then if you take a deeper dive within the filters of this website, you can see starlets that have the fewest amount of videos with another filter. So up-and-comers, newbies, right, to the scene. Just a pro tip if you're lonely on the holidays. And then once you click through that filter, Schmosker said, just with some detail, that if you look into the single digits, these are the I guess future stars, the number one draft picks.
At what point do you see the pop-up where you can just turn yourself in?
That's it. We're out of here. He does that a little bit. That's awesome. That was a great segment. I got to do that regularly. That is too much fun. We got to take a break. We'll come back, and I'm going to talk Christmas gifts with the boys when we return right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. And a reminder, remember everybody, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, holiday cocktail party right here.
Dennis Murphy hung around Pondville Media and tried to break into broadcasting, but his natural speech proved to be a huge obstacle. Then one day, he would later tell his biographer, the voice of God told him to take diction lessons, and his whole life changed.
Hark! I hear the cannons roar. Is it the king approaching?
Hark! I hear the cannons roar.
Dennis practiced faithfully for many months, and through diligence and perseverance, it was only a question of time before he emerged a major star.
Good evening, and cheers to you all out there. Welcome to Murphy's Musings. I'm Dennis Murphy. Our broadcast is sponsored this evening by the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Frightfully witty, uncensored content every week. Click the banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com and purchase a subscription so you never miss a minute of the fun.
There he is. Personal style, everybody, can define you as a person and help you express yourself. Indochino can get your closet where you want it to be before the new year starts. You can also gift a wardrobe update with an Indochino gift card. Indochino offers custom-fitted suits, shirts, casual wear, and more at surprisingly affordable prices. Every piece is made to your exact measurements, and you can customize every detail, including the fabric, lapel, monogram, and statement lining.
Look at this statement lining.
Look at that statement lining. Look at that thing. That pops, baby. You can create a suit that fits you and your style perfectly. The best part, Indochino suits start from just $429 and shirts from $79 with all customizations included. Oscar has used Indochino for years. He loves it. You will too. Give yourself a custom closet revamp with Indochino or give the gift of great style with an Indochino gift card. Get $50 off any purchase of $399 or more by using promo code TMOS at Indochino.com. That's $50 off a purchase of $399 or more at INDOCHINO.com. Promo code TMOS. All right, well, there are a couple of things I want to do here, and I'm dying to share this. I'm dying to get any insight from anybody, like at Podville, but I'm worried about this spilling on to the internet. And my wife's probably going to hear about it anyway, but I don't care because I want to talk to you guys about it. So my son has pretty much come out directly and said that the Christmas present he wants more than anything else is a snake. Ooh. And
before you move on, where do you think he got this notion? Does he have a friend with a snake?
Well, no, I think that he's a Florida kid.
Well, no, I never wanted a snake. I still
I want a snake. Love to have
I am probably look, no, not vermin. No, wonderful, beautiful reptile. People. It's cool. He is a Florida kid. Mm-hmm. He's into this. I think he's got an amazingly curious mind. And in the back of my mind, I'm probably a little fascinated with the critters as well. And so
I know why you want it, because you're out to get rid of Frankie.
Ooh. No,
I don't think it would be ever be a big.
That snake gets out.
It wouldn't be a big enough one.
Constricts right around Frankie. It's curtains.
I don't know anything about it. Yeah. I'm today going to go, if they're open and if they're a viable entity, I looked them up online, the reptile place, and see. I want to see if I can pick it up like really close to the holiday and bring it here and maybe hide it in the garage with the aquarium and everything all ready to go.
You're in Florida. I bet there's one hiding in your garage already.
You're probably right. You probably got a hell of a... What's that, Pony?
Just go look around and catch one.
Yeah, and it's pronounced hentai.
Pony, I got a question for you. So, do you know anything? You're the only exotic pet owner that I know.
Pony Exotic.
Yeah.
Do you know
like in the
anything?
movie The Freshman?
Can you please, just for a second, please? Do you know anything about exotic pets like a snake?
I'm not a reptile guy, but I will recommend strongly against trying to hide it in the garage or something, because 99% of the time it's going to get out and you will never find it again. It'll disappear somewhere.
Yeah, everyone that grew up with that had a snake, which was cool, and they were the cool kid, right? Their snakes always got out of their aquariums, always.
Really?
For and I don't know if aquariums have gotten any better since we had pets.
Yeah, great aquarium technology.
Yes.
My aquariums have really come a long way.
No, I mean, I've always thought of aquarium technology to keep it secure as a brick. Like you put a brick on the top of the lid.
But it takes
little screened lid.
A 16-year-old or an 8-year-old, and I'm not against this, 2 seconds to forget to put the brick or whatever holding down.
Well, I am hoping that when I do my fact finding, and I'll give you an update,
right,
that there are perhaps technologies in place, that will
an
prevent
electric
this
fence?
from happening.
The problem is the collar keeps slipping off.
An electric fence. You're such an ass. Oh, God. You are such an ass.
Oh, now we can make boots, Michael. No worries.
Look.
Where'd you get the belt?
Look, I'm doing it. I want to do it.
Sure.
I
It's
can't
super
wait.
sweet.
How many times do you get that moment? And I'm hoping, even with my big mouth here, blabbermouth, that nobody knows what's going to be going down with this.
What's the feeding situation? Are you going to buy the mice that need to go?
Oh, it's true, mice.
Can't you put like does it have to be? Are they all live feedings?
All of the snakes that I grew up with, and maybe 4 or 5 people, from 10 to 18 had snakes. I never wanted to be around for the live feedings.
Oh, speaking of pets, there's Santos.
Hey,
Hi,
buddy.
Santos.
Hi, Santos.
No, I'm kind of jacked because I think
Maybe
he's
there's
gonna
a
go
vegan.
out of his
There's
mind.
a vegan snake that they sell.
Lettuce.
Yes.
Just put a head of lettuce in there and do that.
Or
no,
crickets.
I'm going to get educated today, hopefully, and I'm going to call them, let them know I'm coming, and then we'll see where we go from there.
All snakes are carnivores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Some eat warm-blooded prey like rodents, rabbits, and birds, while others eat insects, amphibians like frogs or toads, eggs, or other reptiles, fish, or worms.
Good. I'll boil some eggs.
No, how about just like a deviled egg with some paprika on it? Pretty.
Deviled egg. Yeah, that's a hassle. I don't want to do that every week.
9 pills a day is a hassle.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? It's not going to be a big snake. No, I don't want any furry, stinky.
No minks. And then you can make a coat.
And it'll ultimately be in his room. And
For how long?
Well, I don't know. I hope I'm going to give. Look,
until he hears screams.
Great for the show.
Do you think there's a chance I go into this store and said it's for an 8-year-old and said no, too young to have a snake?
There's a chance.
No, not in Florida.
No, not in Florida.
Not in Florida, sure.
Yeah.
Sir.
Michael, congratulations. I hope you enjoy your baby king cobra.
What they would say, Mike, is usually, I'm getting a snake for an 8-year-old. They say, what, you mean he ain't got one yet?
I'm excited. I will keep you posted. I will let you know.
Nothing better
what's
than giving a kid their very best Christmas wish.
That's what he
It's
wanted.
the
Said it
greatest.
like 3 times lately, and that's that's with the flight simulator thing that's kind of being mucked up by me right now.
Get him a snake simulator.
A snake simulator. Thank you. We'll take a break.
Learn how to slither.
With an electric fence. We'll take a break. Come back with more right here. Hey, O'Reilly here. Listen, it's come to my attention that a great gift for the holidays is the bonus show. And you get the bonus show subscription and you give it to somebody you like. Simple as that. It's not confusing. No problem at all. Just get your bonus show, gift it to someone who might like TMOS and, where they cuss and they talk about stupid stuff because they're not bright guys. Really. And they're not trustworthy, but it's okay. Get the bonus show, support TMOS and all the good works they do. Although I'm not really aware they do any really good works. They make you laugh. All right. Well, a trained pigeon can make you laugh. All right. O'Reilly out. Thank you. And have a happy, safe holiday season. And remember, keep the Christ in Christmas. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This portion of our program is brought to you by Aura, A-U-R-A. The way you use the internet has changed dramatically over the last decade, but sadly, security tools have mostly stayed the same. That ain't good. Aura provides complete digital security to help protect your online accounts, finances, and devices, and more, all in one easy-to-use app. Aura provides digital security protection to keep you safe from online threats. It's all-in-one protection from identity theft, financial fraud, malware, scam sites, and so much more. With Aura, you'll get alerted to fraud and threats fast, like if your online accounts or passwords were leaked online, or if someone tries to open a bank account in your name. Aura is easy to set up, and all plans come with $1 million in identity theft insurance to help recover your stolen funds. For a limited time, Aura is offering our listeners up to 40% off plans when you visit aura.com/TMOS. I got it, Rob.
Okay, good.
Go to aura.com/TMOS to get complete protection and savings up to 40%. That's aura.com/TMOS. Rob was holding up a sign to tell me that the man is here. He is standing by, ladies and gentlemen, because it's time to talk football with the man himself. I give you the one, the only, Nicky Diamond.
St. Nick.
Yes.
Baby.
Wow. Yeah, it looks fantastic. Looks like you've done a little remodeling there. It's, are you spicing up the joint since the passing of your dear friend and benefactor, Ernie?
Yes, rest in peace, Ernie. But, now I can put my own little touches on this lovely apartment here in the retirement community known as Desert Green.
What touches have you used? Doilies, throw pillows? What have you done?
Spiewak, I watch HGTV religiously. I know both the Property Brothers. So, no, I've got quite the feng shui going on here, an accent wall. I've got some new backsplash in the kitchen. We're taking over, baby. It's going to be a whole new vibe.
Oh, Nikki, you must be really happy to be home because I understand you've been traveling a lot.
Yes. Love it or list it. It's now on HGTV's segment.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Nikki, I have to say, I know people get tired of hearing me talk about the New York Giants, but I was reading an article today. I don't know anything about salary caps and all that stuff, but the Giants seem to be in a precarious position. Normally, teams that are challenged with the NFL salary cap, they have winning teams, and that's why they're stretched to the limit. You got a horrible team that's in the same position with the New York Giants. That does not bode well for the future of that franchise, does it?
It does not bode well at all. I mean, you look at they got a top 3 pick at running back. They got a top 5 pick at left tackle. They got a top 10 pick at quarterback. They've got a wide receiver, a big free agency signing last year. They got a number 1 pick at wide receiver. They got a number 1 pick at tight end. How do they suck on offense? I mean, all they do is invest in offense, and they're horrible. I don't understand. What are you talking about? How can you miss that badly?
Nikki, there's my Christmas present. Thank you very much. All right, now it's on to the rest of the league. Getting down to the wire. We're getting down to the wire. It's December, baby. Take it away, Nikki Diamond.
Cream rising to the top. And look, let's start off with our Diamond pick of the week. That football team, the entire team's on the COVID-1 night, except for Dan Snyder. Apparently nothing can touch him. Amazing. I don't know what kind of vaccine has. Hey, let's have sexual assault and be awful and still keep our job. I don't know how that happens. Whatever. Get that down. But yeah, they got no team. They're going to Philly, coming off a bye. I say that the Jalen Hurts, the quarterback of the Eagles, will run the ball really well. He might not throw, but he's going to run on that depleted defense of Washington. He's going to light him up in fantasy. Jalen Hurts, start him. How about your fantastic 5? Number 5, coming off a loss, but still doing good, doing well. The Arizona Cardinals coming in at number 5. Number 4, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, overtime win against those Fighting Cerritos. Number 3, the New England Patriots, coming off a bye, but still number 1 seed in the AFC. Number 2, the Chiefs. They are back. The Raiders, you thought they had something for them? No, you got destroyed, demolished. And number 1, the brand, the Green Bay Packers. But that leads me to this, the Diamond variant.
Oh, no.
There's a couple rules in betting, Mike, is that you don't really bet on an awful team. But this week we're going against that. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they got rid of their coach. Have you ever been in a situation, fellas, where there's just a cancer in the room? Maybe at the company you work for, maybe somewhere you live, maybe on a podcast, I don't know. You get rid of that person, and somehow things get better. It's more fun to go to work. You feel there's a little pep in your step. Your chin is up. You're smiling. You're motivated. You care. You actually care about your product. Well, that's what's going to happen when the Jacksonville Jaguars, Urban Meyer is out. The Texans come to town. They're going to get their ass kicked, baby.
Wow.
You, Urban. You were the problem, not Trevor Lawrence with the beautiful hair. It was you, Urban Meyer. Kick rocks, beat it. They're going to light them up. It's the Jags, baby. Yeah.
Wow. There he goes. Wow.
Merry Christmas.
So true.
Wait,
and
did I
fresh.
miss?
Just
Was I
happened.
like in a?
Just
Was I in a
happened.
box?
It just happened.
Like today?
Oh,
Yes.
it was announced this morning.
Yes.
So they booted Urban Meyer
gone.
after all that. He's out of there,
Back
baby.
to the steakhouse.
Oh man, what is it like with ownership that actually makes a move? Wow, that's got to be.
Mike,
sorry.
you can
I'm not gonna-
actively prevent an investigation.
That's amazing. God, that's Urban Meyer. So back to his steakhouse and his
$12
pint house
cocktails.
and all of his $12 cocktail. That certainly didn't work out well.
No,
Good. I'm glad. Well, that would now remember that one of everything. Remember,
Accountability.
if the Jags this weekend, Jacksonville, if they win, I'm going to say Nikki Diamond is going to be. It's going to be elevated status. For
Genius.
that. It's going to be fantastic.
Genius.
One of his best ever. Thanks for my Giants Christmas gift. We got to take a break. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, it is the man, the legend, Mr. Robb Electric Fence Spiewak.
Taking a trip, Mike. Taking
With
a trip
Soundtown.
to
Yeah, we're going to
Soundtown by a
Soundtown.
train.
Soundtown. I might hate that one too. I might go back to the audio.
No, sounds great.
I don't know. All right. I'm just, I've got problems
It's
today.
holidays.
We'll be right back.
The Mike O'Mara Show.
Probably have a couple beers.
TMOS.
2, 3, 4.
A full-bodied podcast.
Sometimes wine.
With earthy tones of pop culture and a bouquet of comedy, wit, and sarcasm.
Do you drink every night, Pony?
Yeah. I'll have a martini about 5 o'clock.
The Mike O'Mara Show.
Sometimes 4 to 6 beers.
A drinking show
4 or 5 drinks.
with a radio problem.
How am I alive?
Watch the live feed weekdays at MikeO'MaraShow.com or download it wherever you get your podcasts.
Thank you very much, and welcome back to the show. With a reminder, speaking of that promo, we are going to be doing the Jingle Jangle Cocktail Party Extravaganza Tuesday, 7 p.m. It's going to be Oscar and Shannon. It's going to be Rob and Carrie, Mike and Carla. We're all going to be here. Bring whoever you want.
I
don't
just
care.
got
It
a
doesn't
text
matter.
from Carrie. She says it's the debut of her new neck.
Oh, I'm very excited. This is going to be so much fun. Welcome back to the show. We spend 1/3 of our lives in bed.
Yes.
So pure organic cotton sheets, the sheets that are on my bed, Boll and Branch. They make a truly perfect gift. I slept on them last night. They make the highest quality sheets by doing things the right way, not the easy way. Boll and Branch never disappoints with the highest quality sheets, blankets, pillows, and throws. Plus, their holiday packaging makes your gift look and feel special. All I know is that these are the best sheets I've ever had.
They are.
All of their stuff is amazing, but the signature hem sheets are their all-time bestseller. They're beloved for so many reasons, like how they get softer with every single wash, soft, lightweight, and made with 100% organic cotton, weave that feels incredible always. Available in many colors and all sizes, plus they're completely toxin-free and fair trade certified. Treat yourself and your loved ones to the new standard in bedding from Boll and Branch. Their gifts come wrapped and ready in their special holiday packaging. Order by December 19th for guaranteed delivery by Christmas. The best deals of the year going on now until December 23rd with promo code TMOS at bollandbranch.com. That's BOLL and branch.com. Promo code TMOS. Exclusions may apply. Hit it, boys!
Did you hear that? Listen, what's that sound? The big sound in the Big Ten. The sound. There's a new sound. Sound.
What a sound.
That's the sound.
Soundtown.
Do you ever take The Masked Singer?
No.
I don't.
I watch it.
I have watched it, and it bothers me. The whole notion of it bothers
Not by
me.
design. I watch it for the train wreck.
And the last night they had their winner, and this pisses me off already. This is the winner that sang last night. But I don't think it's fair that they would have actual singers compete against like Larry the Cable Guy. It kind of stacks the deck, right?
The winner.
Listen who the
of
winner
this
is.
season's Golden Mask.
Who's that?
It's the host. Nick Cannon, I
Nick
believe.
Cannon.
Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts. It's time to show your famous face. Yes. Audience, say it with me.
Who is it?
Take it off. Take it off. Multi-platinum superstar, singer-songwriter, Jewel.
It was Jewel.
Jewel doing a pop
really
song is
reminded me of, before I was famous, singing in a coffee shop. I'm not a cool person. I never have been, but I have a lot of heart. And that's why I wanted to be the heart. Oh. And to be able to win on that meant the world to me. So thank you.
But I don't think it's fair that a real singer would be able to compete.
The show is garbage. Yeah. It's easy to just take in. You can watch it in passing. Jewel, I'm happy that she's on there. Great episode of Undercover Boss on CNBC, Mike. You're going to love it. She doesn't look like Jewel. She's like a hot, like really seductress Jewel, the way they put makeup on her and what looks to be like Hollywood skin, like a tan. It's crazy.
Is she on that show too?
Undercover Boss?
She has
Jewel is on Undercover Boss?
In a special for Undercover Boss, she goes in and she pretends to be an up-and-coming singer.
Can you imagine not recognizing Jewel?
Yeah, and it doesn't, but she's recognizable.
Well, I guess.
Well, as soon as she shows those teeth.
The teeth,
yeah. But
she lived in her car.
She looks completely different on the show. It's great.
So she is both on The Masked Singer and Undercover Boss.
It was a special celebrity episode of Undercover Boss.
Is she having trouble with her career? Is that why she's on all these reality shows?
She's going in to teach people and give people opportunities to sing and produce.
I think it would be great if Undercover Boss did Oscar and they made him come in to Popville.
I would be the boss. That's right. That's how that show works.
Okay.
Just give him a like Mike McIntosh or Adrian Garcia wig.
That's right. A wig and a fake nose.
That's all he needs. Yeah, and a fake nose.
All right.
Make that happen.
Now, this song has become a punchline, but we just had a singer, and I wanted to play this. Every now and then I run across an isolated vocal that is pretty staggering. And as I said, this song has become a punchline because it's been overplayed. But when you hear Mariah Carey's voice, unprocessed, unreverbed, and separated from the music, and she's singing All I Want for Christmas Is You, this is why this record is a smash.
I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me? Oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just want to see my baby standing right outside my door. Oh, I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Oh, baby, all I want for Christmas is you. You.
Really great.
I've listened to it a dozen times, and it makes my hair stand up.
I can't. I would too. That is just wow.
Right?
Can we play? I know it's a long one. Play it one more time, please. I want to hear this. This is really good.
Sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me?
Unvarnished, man. Just perfect.
Oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just want to see my baby standing right outside my door. Oh, I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Oh, baby, all I want for Christmas is you.
What a talent. I mean, really, when you cut right through. Just a minute. And that's the original? Is that the original?
That's the take used on the record. And what I thought about for a moment, and there are songs that, and I thought about this when I watched the Beatles documentary, that there is that moment when you see Paul writing the song Get Back, that until that moment, the song Get Back by the Beatles didn't exist.
Wow.
And it's always been around as far as my, conscience. It's always been. When she sang that record, no one knew that record. No one had ever heard that
or it
record.
Was coming,
That's
or
the
was out.
first time she did that.
Yeah.
And now it's become a punchline. We got to recognize the fact that is just so real.
That is real. And I love when you isolate some of the true greats of music. That is special. That's fun. I like that. That was great, Rob.
All right. The Golden State Warriors has a player named Gary Payton Jr. Now, remember, it wasn't that long ago that you never heard anything of players talking.
Right.
They were not mic'd. There was no way. You heard the squeak of shoes. That's what you heard. Well, everything is mic'd now. He runs into a guy that's sitting courtside and he spills his drink. This is Gary Payton handling that.
My fault. Can you get him another beer? I just dropped it. What'd you have? A Truly? My fault, y'all. I'm sorry. defensive specialist, waiter. Gary Payton doing it all tonight here in Indy.
Right in the middle of the game.
So cool.
Get him a Truly.
Good play-by-play, too. Defensive specialist, waiter. That's awesome. It's a good play-by-play guy out there. Good guys in the NBA doing that.
So you went and saw a dinner theater with your son last night. The best concert.
I did. Yes, it was called Holly Jolly Christmas, and it was local
was it
dinner
like a
theater.
Review? What was it?
It was a review.
Okay.
It was a review. And then, you know what? Look, is it Broadway? No. Is it a touring company? No. But it's the next tier down. And these kids get up there and do a fantastic. The best part I'll share with you about what I saw last night is they are the next show coming into town is going to be Singing in the Rain, and it's going to be another review.
It rains on stage.
It rains on stage. They're in back of us, and they're cheering on the other actors. And I said, these kids like 18, 19, 21, and they're all back there cheering these kids. We were way in the back of this dinner theater, and I loved a bunch of theater kids in back of us, and the show was good. I mean, it was we left after the first because Michael looked up, and this is about all he could take was the hour and a half of the first act.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be rolling in at 11 o'clock with so it was fun. It was a little music and a little dancing. It was all right.
The best concert event I ever took Robert to, and one of my favorites because the kids were so into it. He was so into the Australian group, the Wiggles. They came to the Patriot Center here in DC, and
I remember when you went to that show.
To see them on stage doing all their songs, it was for me. It was not quite the Rolling Stones, but it was a big deal because I watched them on TV every day. Well, the Wiggles have come out with a new CD called Re-Wiggled, and I'm wondering if this is the best choice for them to be playing for kids.
Easy come, easy go. Will you let me go? Bismillah, we will not let you go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. We'll not let you go. We'll not let you go.
And they do mention Satan here.
Mamma mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me.
I don't need to be telling my 5-year-old about Beelzebub.
No, but it's the Wiggles, and
they cash all the checks. They cash all the checks. Let's close with this. Kraft has got a website link where you can register, where they'll pay you $20 not to make cheesecake because there's a cream cheese shortage. And I think 1,800 people are chosen randomly to get $20 to make another dessert, and this is their announcement.
Having a hard time finding cream cheese on shelves means having a hard time putting cheesecakes on tables. So let's do this. This year, turn that famous cheesecake into those famous brownies. End your meal with a friendly fight over the last holiday cupcake. Anything that'll make you feel anything in that cheesecake-shaped hole in your holiday heart. You bake it, we'll buy it. Because this year, if you can't spread Philly, spread the feeling. For your chance to reserve a free dessert up to $20 with a valid receipt, visit spreadthefeeling.com.
And the great thing about that, Mike, is that $20 is 2 copays for insulin.
I think it's a racket. I think it's fake. They just cheated us.
That's all I got.
Now leaving SoundCloud. Please come again.
Yeah, I don't trust them. I don't trust the Kraft people. I think they're making it up.
I know that Philadelphia cream cheese is the most hateful cream cheese.
Yeah, but they're pushing you to purchase other products.
Probably made by Kraft.
To make up for the shortage of their the annual revenue where they're like, oh, we didn't get our supply chain right. Now we're going to take a hit.
What about my bagel? What about my effing bagel?
Plain bagel, no cream cheese.
I don't know. I think it violates my TN rule.
TN?
Trust nobody. That's it. Hey, we got to get out of here, and thanks, everybody. Appreciate the support. We'll be back with another episode. Don't forget Cocktail Party Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The whole gang will be here, and some surprises. They always say that.
I like when Oscar always the big one for saying surprises. Well, you'll see Carrie's new neck.
And plenty of surprises. That's it for Robb Spiewak and Oscar Santana. Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Jerry Krimble.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara bonus show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Happy New Year to you! In jail. Go on home, they're waiting for you.
Hello! Dick. Boy, we'd love to have Santa Claus come and stay with us. I think it would be simply charming.
Where's that money, you silly, stupid old fool? Do you realize what this means? It means bankruptcy and scandal and prison.